Okay, so recently we did a video on treasury bills and why most people are running to treasury bills right now. And then I thought, okay, it's been a while since I did a proper video on how to invest in treasury bills step-by-step guide and give you that clear guidance on how you can actually invest. And that will be very good for beginners as well, because not everyone is advanced in this investing game and there are new people starting every single day. And now we are in 2025. A lot of things have changed. I think the last time I did that video, we didn't even have the DhowCSD portal. I don't know whether to call it Dow or whatever, but we didn't have the portal where you could invest. And now things have become much easier with technology and everything else. So it's a good time to do another video right now and tell you how you can invest in treasury bills step by step and what you need to do. I know we did a video on why people are rushing into treasury bills, so I know people are interested, and I did give very good points. You should watch that video on why most people could be investing in treasury bills now and why you could be interested as well in investing in treasury bills, at least for now. Looking at the economic conditions, looking at what's happening worldwide, looking at the slow economic growth, looking at inflation rates, looking at the investment returns on other instruments as well. So there are many reasons why you could actually be thinking about treasury bills. Investing in treasury bills is a very simple process. I always say it's one of the simplest ways you can invest. It's one of the most efficient ways you can invest, and Kenya has made it very easy. Now, before we get into the process of investing in treasury bills, why do you want to invest in them and what are they anyway? Treasury bills are basically the securities. The government comes to you, they say, hey Ken, I want you to give me your money or borrow me your money and I will pay it back with interest. And so in that case, if you're paying back with interest, then I'm going to say, okay, cool, take my money and pay me with this good interest rate. Now you have to tell me how much interest you are paying me, and then we agree if I'm cool with it or not. And then the government says, okay, cool, we're going to be giving you 10%, on this money. Now the difference with treasury bonds and other debt securities is that treasury bills are, number one, auctioned every week. So meaning you will always have treasury bills being sold by the government. Weekly, there will be an auction of treasury bills. So meaning there's availability, there's accessibility, and don't have to worry about missing one, because if you miss one today, you will have one next week. No worries at all. Then, of course, they are short-term. Like I mentioned in my previous video, treasury bills are short-term debt securities. It means that you can easily invest in them, even if you are planning to use your money in the short term. So we have the 91 days, 182 days, and 364 days. So it means you either invest for 3 months, 6 months, or 1 year. Simple. And nothing goes beyond 1 year. So if you want to use your money in the next 1 or 2 years, you can put it in a treasury bill and then wait for your time to actually use the money. If you just want to use your money in the next 3 months, or you don't want to lock your money for a long period of time for various reasons, then of course you can put it for 3 months, 6 months, depending on what you actually want and your objectives with that particular money. Now, of course, the other reason why people like them is because they are secure. This government backed, obviously. The government is always printing money. The government is always making money. You're paying a lot of money to the government as well. And so it means the government is, I would say, the richest entity in this case, and the most secure one to invest with, especially if they don't mess up. But they can mess up big time sometimes, once in a while. But of course, most of the time, or I would say for Kenya at least, we haven't had any issue with default. Touch wood, hopefully that doesn't happen. And yes, security is very important. The other thing are the rates, right? So instead of having your money in the bank, you could then be getting some good rates with treasury bills and making some good money off your money, instead of just having that cash lying in the bank, losing the value to inflation. Then you could say, hey, let me put this money into treasury bills to earn, let's say, 10% out of it, even as I figure out what I want to do with this money, or just as an investment in itself. And so, yeah, just a few reasons why people invest in treasury bills, why they are attractive and most people like them, and why they have been there for as long as we can remember. So the next step is, how do you actually invest in treasury bills? What processes do you have to take, or what steps do you have to take in order to invest in treasury bills? Number one, you need to want to invest. Wanting to invest is the starting point, right? Get off your chair, get off that wish list, get off those vision boards and get straight to investing. It doesn't matter how much you're putting in, start the process today. That's the most important bit for me. And I had to say it, You have to be willing to invest, and you have to start investing. Start investing for real, not just saying it, but start doing it. These are some things that we think are difficult, but are pretty easy. When you start that process, you get used to it, it becomes normal to you, you start seeing the benefits, and you will be rushing to invest more and more and more. So starting is the most important thing. Now, number one, which is amazing nowadays. Long time ago, we had to do it so manually. We had to fill in the mandate cards, then take it to our bank to sign it, then take that mandate card back to CBK and all those things. It had to be such a manual, physical process. Now all you need to do is open what we call a DhowCSD account online. Open a DhowCSD account online, and that is the portal that you'll be using to invest. The investment process becomes very easy with a DhowCSD account, and you can open this from your phone. You can access it on your Google Play Store. So if you're an iPhone, then you're going to be using an App Store as well. So depending on what you use, you will find the DhowCSD app. So basically, if you want to use the app, you can use the app. But if you just want to log in, through a normal web browser, you can log in, create your account, and you're good to go. You already have your DhowCSD account, and you can easily open the web portal or open the app in your phone and do whatever you want to do in that portal. There are many things you can do, right? So that's the first step. So the next thing, number 2, is deciding on how you want to invest. Now, like I said, these things are auctioned weekly. So you need to decide, do you want to invest in the 3 months, in the 6 months, or in the 1 year one? If you decide which one you want to invest in, you want to consider the interest rates. You can always look at the previous week's interest rates and compare them. They always have them at the CBK website. They will tell you which ones were on offer last week and what was the result, how much interest did people get, and that can give you a guide on what you expect this week, because there's never like a huge change. So you want to look at, how long you want to invest depending on your objective with that money and your goals. And then you want to look at the interest rates you're expecting to make from that particular investment. So please note that the minimum investment for non-competitive bids in treasury bills is 50,000, and for competitive bids it is 2 million. So that will be the minimum face value purchase for a treasury bill. These are some of the things you consider and you need to be aware of when you decide to invest and how you're going to invest. You decide on how much you want to invest, how long you want to invest it, and when are the auctions done, and those kind of factors. So you decide on how you want to invest as the second step. Now, this is the most important part, or the most detailed part. You go into your DhowCSD portal, the one that you created or the app that you created, and now at that particular stage, you need to enter a particular bid. Now, when you go to your DhowCSD portal or the app itself, you will find different things. Now you will go into a section called auctions. Now if you enter there, your menu items are always displayed on the left side of the screen. You just need to find auctions menu. When you go to auctions menu, you'll find a list of everything that is currently being auctioned, and then you identify the one that you want, and you will see a place said bid. So you do a bid next to it, and that's it. It's as simple as that. And when you say, hey, now bid, it will now guide you through everything that you need to know. But remember, you need to decide if you're going to be competitive or non-competitive. In your case, if let's say you're investing less than 2 million and you're not going competitive, I would say go non-competitive. And non-competitive, it means you're going to invest, let's say 50,000 or multiples of 50,000. 50,000 is a minimum face value purchase, and multiples of 50,000 as you go through it. Very simple, very direct, very easy. Once you say place bid, then you will receive a notification that your bid has been placed and you're good to go. Basically, you have placed a bid, and all you need to do is wait for the auction results. So after that, you just need to wait for the auction results, which will always come through a text message if you have your number registered as well. And on the app as well, you will see if you've been successful inside the app itself, or sometimes if you have an email, they'll send you an email. But yeah, you will find the auction results, and because the fact sheet will always tell you when you expect those auction results to be in, it's very easy. On that day, you just need to go and check if you have been successful at the bid. Very straightforward. Now you will also have a settlement date. So once you get your successful bid, it tells you, hey, you are successful, you need to settle that bid. You need to make a payment for that bid, right? Because then that's how you're going to give them your money. Now when it comes to settlement of the bid, make sure that you make the payment. If you fail to make payment of the settlement, or if you fail to settle that particular bid, you might be banned from participating in future bids. So make sure you settle it. Now usually the fact sheet will tell you what the settlement date is, which that's the date when they expect your money to be in the account. By 2 p.m. your money should already be in the account. So arrange that with your bank early enough, or if you have your online banking details, know how to do that within time, and make sure that you enter the bid. Not just enter the bid, sorry, you do the settlement for that bid that you have made successfully. Sometimes people wait until too late, and then they can't do the remittance, and then they miss this opportunity, and then they have issues with CBK. And next time when you're trying to bid, nothing is happening. You're wondering what? They have banned you, or they have restricted the number of bids you can create because you messed them up last time. So make sure that you have arrangements in place to remit that money by the time you're bidding, so that the money is ready to be remitted. Once that's done, you've done your investment, you are ready to go, you've done your bidding, you've done your investing, you're just waiting for your money to be paid back to your account at the end of that maturity period. It's as simple as that, guys. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Have you been investing? Are you starting to invest in treasury bills right now? If you have any questions, let me know.